touchdown maker, and the Skins lead Detroit now 10-3 in the second quarter. Doug Williams has thirsted for that chance.
And he gets his chance, and he's making the most of it. Extremely strong arm. They've got some weapons in Kelvin Bryant, their wide receivers. He can do some damage with that strong arm in Washington.
He's a heck of a guy, too. The kind of guy other players love to play with.
Come on, baby. Move it out.
Lomax misses J.T. Smith high and outside.
Probably best that he did, or J.T. Smith would be a soup dive. You know, that's the thing. That's the problem with running the receivers down through there with those linebackers. You see Eckert going back to the hook zone in there, and there he is meeting him. His arms are exposed. His arms are up in the air, and that's real problems right away.
9 of 15 for 85 yards is Lomax. Smith has only one catch today. Awalt again. Good head-on tackle by number 91, Kevin Green. Third-year linebacker out of Auburn, who has a lot of talent if he can stay healthy and harness it. So another timeout now for St. Louis, with 1 minute, 3 seconds remaining in the half, and Lomax facing 3rd and 2. We'll be back.
If you ever thought you had to give up comfort to get a close shave, think again. Norelco puts close and comfortable right in the palm of your hand with a revolutionary system that shaves skin close in a way that's incredibly comfortable. With a patented lift and cut system that lifts each hair so it's possible to shave skin close without the blades even touching the skin. A shaver that defies logic gives you a shave that defies belief. Norelco Rotatract, where close and comfortable come face to face.
Neil Lomax returns to the field with 1:03 on the clock before halftime, and St. Louis prepares to tackle 3rd down, 2 yards to go, with the ball at the 26-yard line of the Rams. Los Angeles leads 14-10. The Cardinals have controlled most of the clock and the football in the second quarter. Farrell dives forward, looking for the chain. And now the Cardinals will get up and try to run a play in a hurry. And they did pick up the 1st down. And now the clock is stopped. As St. Louis, I believe, has used its last time out. No, it's an injured player. So the Cardinals get a little bit of a break there with regard to the clock, as it stops with 50 seconds left, and Mark Giroux is being examined by Ram trainers. You see Giroux's linebacking mate Mel Owens kneeling there on one knee and looking over him. Giroux's been hurt a couple of times this year. This telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the St. Louis Cardinals and the National Football League is prohibited. And as you look around Busch Stadium, you see the obvious evidence of the reports here that they will next year be either the Jacksonville Cardinals, the Phoenix Cardinals, or the Baltimore Cardinals. That sign says that the Cardinals should stay here. And there is a county executive named Gene McNary who is working very hard to try to create a scenario under which the Cardinals could stay. St. Louis will support a winner, ask 3 million baseball fans. That's the other side of the argument. Many say that the Cardinals haven't gotten particularly outstanding support from fans here because they are a substandard organization. Both sides of the argument well represented in Busch Stadium today. And now Giroux is being taken away on a cart. So this looks bad for the Rams. And in Giroux's place, we will probably see a little bit of Norwood Van, number 51.
You know, this series, Jim, Neil Lomax is doing what he has to do. They've taken away their outside people. They've taken away J.T. Smith, and they've taken away Green. And he's done it by getting the ball to the tight end and to the backs. Hope that leg's not a serious injury. Those knees just weren't made to play football.
St. Louis 1st and 10. Rams 24.
Again, we check out what's going on around the league as Cleveland begins to put a little distance between itself and Buffalo. Larry Kelm, number 52, has entered the game at linebacker, replacing Giroux. Cardinals now with a first down at the Ram 23. Awalt again with the stop, and he steps out of bounds to stop the clock.
Well, they're making him take those people. They're like I said, they're taking away their outside people. They're taking away the speed, and they're going to make him nickel and dime the ball to get it down in there. Neil Lomax is doing a real good job of reading the secondary coverage. He understands what they're doing to his outside people, so just dump the ball off and work it down in there.
And this has been the look of the Ram defense over the last 3 years. The very good coverage, the poor pressure on the passer.
They have to put pressure on Neil Lomax and let him stand back there for a length of time, and he can do light surgery on you in a hurry.
On second down 6. Again, Lomax has plenty of time, and this time he just tosses it out of bounds over Awalt's head.
Smart thing to do. Don't want to force anything down here. This is one of the 3 musts that Gene Stallings has said that the Cardinals had to do, was come up with points when they get into scoring territory.
Although just before Lomax released it, Awalt had made a move down the sideline. If Neil had hummed it right at the flag, he might have had 6.
Awalt makes a lot of adjustments on his own, and he and Neil Lomax have been on the same page in those adjustments almost every time. He's a smart player. He's an ex-quarterback in the San Diego State passing attack for 2 years. He understands what the quarterback's going through back there.
3rd and 6 now with 38 seconds on the clock. A linebacker on Awalt, a touchdown.
Nice catch. Well, we talked about him.
Boy, he's some player. How many guys just step in on a Friday when your starting tight end gets injured and immediately become the second coming of Jackie Smith?
I think we're going to see a lot of Robert Awalt in the years to come. I talked with him yesterday in the locker room. A real pleasant young man to talk to. Was really happy about his opportunity to play. Look for them to use 2 tight ends when Novacek comes back.
5th catch for Awalt. Gallery will now try to stretch a Cardinal lead from 2 to 3. It started so nicely for the Rams. It is 17-14 St. Louis. And let's take a look back at the touchdown pass of 19 yards.
Here's the motion. It switches the support. It switches the safeties that cover Awalt. It's just a drop back. You see him going out and cuts in behind the linebacker, Kevin Green. There's nobody there. I don't know if it's a blown assignment by Green or whether he just hits it in the middle of a zone. Nolan Cromwell, closest one to him. Neil Lomax knows what he's just done. He knows where the ball's going. Nice catch by Robert Awalt. Nice play.
So the Cardinals fell behind the Rams 14-3, but on a 5-yard run by Stump Mitchell, on which he was untouched, and on a touchdown catch of 19 yards, Lomax to Awalt, St. Louis storms back to take a 17-14 lead.
This guy gets a hot hand. He'll keep you in any ball game that he's in.
The Rams see 33 seconds on the clock now as Gallery prepares to kick it to Ron Brown. And there's the young man who, as you said, spent his first 2 years at San Diego State as a quarterback. And you just can't overlook that one wrinkle in his development as a receiver.
No doubt. When I talked to him yesterday, he said he thought that helped him an awful lot as a tight end because he's been back there where the quarterback is before. He understands defenses. He understands what the quarterback's looking at. And those improvisations that he makes are all because he understands defense.
Kind of tight end that John Robinson and Ernie Zampese would love to have in their offense.
He would fit perfect in that offense.
Short kick taken there by number 44 of the Rams, who is Mike Guma. You look at Lomax close up after the 11-play, 63-yard scoring drive, which climaxed in the Lomax to Awalt touchdown pass. So now the rain begins to fall again in Busch Stadium. With 29 seconds left in the half, and the Cardinals on top for the first time in the game at 17-14. And with the Cardinals in the deep prevent, Charles White